Before we dive into today's surprising story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the latest celebrity news and updates. Now, let's get right into it. Amal Clooney has always been a figure of strength, grace, and intellect, but recently, she opened up about a discovery that hit both her and George in a way they never expected. While the Clooneys are typically very private, this particular situation had both of them facing an emotional rollercoaster. It all began when Amal, while researching a case related to human rights in an undisclosed location, uncovered a piece of her own family history. She was working with geneticists on a project that traced family bloodlines and DNA in order to help with an international case. During this process, something unexpected came up in her results, something that had been hidden for generations. For years, Amal had been led to believe that her lineage was tied directly to her Lebanese roots. However, the results from the DNA testing told a very different story. Amal found out that part of her family's ancestry was linked to a completely different, unexpected region of the world, one that had been kept secret for years due to complex family history. Now, you may be wondering, why would this discovery have such an emotional impact on George Clooney? Well, when Amal first discovered the truth, it was a private moment between her and her family. But when she shared it with George, the news hit him unexpectedly hard. The Clooneys have always been supportive of one another, and George has been known for his emotional sensitivity, especially when it involves family matters. According to a close source, George was overcome with emotion. He had always known that Amal came from a long line of remarkable people, but this revelation added a layer to her family's story that he wasn't prepared for. The idea that her ancestors had carried such a rich, untold history moved George deeply, and it was an emotional moment for him. While some people might dismiss DNA testing as just another scientific discovery, this moment was a reminder of the hidden stories within our pasts that we might not even be aware of, stories that can change everything we know about ourselves and our loved ones. The shock of learning something so unexpected about your spouse can truly bring about a powerful emotional reaction, and George's tears were a testament to just how much he cherishes his wife's past and the mystery behind her family. For many of us, the idea of DNA and family heritage can feel like a distant thought, something we hear about in documentaries or genealogy shows. But for Amal, this discovery opened up a world of questions. She was forced to confront the complexity of her family's history, and in doing so, she began to reevaluate how this newfound knowledge might shape her future. Amal has often said that she is proud of her roots, and while this discovery was a shock, she also sees it as a chance to honor the unknown part of her ancestry. It's a reminder that we are all shaped by history, whether we're aware of it or not. But even more than that, it reminded her that her story, her journey with George, their children, and their humanitarian work, is just one chapter in a much longer narrative that stretches back generations. For George, the discovery brought him even closer to his wife. He's always been deeply supportive of Amal's work and her heritage, and this revelation made him even more proud of the woman he married. The emotional tears weren't just about shock, they were about appreciation, admiration, and a newfound respect for Amal's strength, resilience, and the legacy she carries. Of course, the Clooneys have always made a point of keeping their family life private. However, this DNA discovery and the emotions it stirred between Amal and George have given us a rare glimpse into their private world. The Clooneys may live under the spotlight, but they remain very much a family, grounded in love and respect for one another. Their children, Ella and Alexander, are growing up in an environment where their parents' focus is not only on their careers but also on instilling in them a sense of history, responsibility, and empathy for the world around them. This DNA discovery serves as an important lesson for their kids, that family history is not just something you're born into, but something you carry with you, whether you know it or not. It's a legacy that shapes who we are, and understanding it can change the course of our lives. Now that Amal has opened up about the discovery, she is reportedly taking steps to learn more about this new branch of her family tree. The Clooneys have always been advocates for justice and equality, and Amal has a deep belief in the importance of understanding one's own heritage. She's already working with experts to trace her newfound ancestry and even has plans to travel to the region where her ancestors are believed to have originated. It's a journey of self-discovery, and Amal is determined to learn more about her family's untold story. And, of course, George will be by her side every step of the way, supporting her as she uncovers the truth and embraces this new chapter of her life. The Clooneys' journey is far from over, and this DNA discovery is just the beginning of an incredible new chapter in their lives. Amal Clooney, a figure of elegance and power, continues to prove that her story is one of resilience, mystery, and passion. And George, ever the supportive husband, is right there with her, no matter what surprising twists their life together takes. But what do you think about this emotional revelation? How do you think it will impact their future? Share your thoughts in the comments below.